Hey everyone! Yes, I look naked. This is not a good look at all. I'm sorry, it is the heat wave of the century in England at the moment, so if I look sweaty, if I look half naked, that is why. And car, could you be any louder? So, I'm going to be doing another festival review for you guys. I know I did a few last year, but I've gone to so many festivals so far this year that I think it's really helpful for you guys for the following year if you want to know a little bit more information and also just to figure out if you want to go to that festival. Anyway, today we're going to be doing We Are Festival, which was at the end of May. It was a very, very hot weekend, which is very rare for May, like that hot. It was around 26 degrees. For England, May, that is really hot. What is We Are Festival? We Are Festival is a weekend festival. You can camp there, however, it is only in Upminster, which is on the outskirts of London. Therefore, for me, there's not really much point in me camping, but you can camp if you want to. If you're from up north or wherever, somewhere that's not near London, then yeah, you can camp. It wasn't too expensive, I believe. It's a typical day festival tickets, or you can get the whole weekend. I reckon it was around maybe 200 for the whole weekend. That's Saturday and Sunday. I think there might have been some stuff going on Friday, but I'm not too sure. I'm very fortunate that I didn't actually pay for my tickets because I went to film for Sam. Well, let us get into the point, shall we? I think that is what people are interested in. Okay, so getting into the festival. So this is gonna be one of the most... What am I doing? Can you shut up? Clearly not. Anyway, getting into this festival. Okay, so it was very easy up into the entrance of the festival. So it was really well planned out how to get there, especially if you're from London. You literally get the train to Upminster, and then at Upminster there is a coach, like shuttle coach bus thing. So they hired loads and loads of big double-decker buses, and I thought that why can't I speak today? I thought that these coaches would be a lot more spread out than they were, but they were literally in a row, so you didn't wait at all, like any time to get into this festival, or to get to the festival anyway. So I think we waited maybe 5 minutes before we got on the bus, and I thought it was going to take us an hour to get even on the bus. And I was kind of dreading this because it was so hot on this bus, but to be fair, it was only about a 10-minute drive to the actual festival on the bus. I think some people got Ubers, but really it's a free shuttle. Why are you going to pay any money? You really don't need to. God, I have indigestion like an old man today. What is going on? Then you get to the festival, the coach is pulled up, and everything seemed fine. I was told to go to the guest list queue because of my my filming stuff. So me and my two mates went to the guest list queue, and then the queue just seemed ridiculous. Like, I thought I was in the wrong place, so I was just like, what is this? And this was all in the news, by the way, so I didn't know that it was in the news, but I was quite drunk, so I didn't really realise the situation and had the severity of it, but my mate was not, and she was having a panic attack, and basically it was a massive stampede, even though we were in the guest list queue. But all they had done was segregate, which there shouldn't really be any segregation at a festival, but if you're on a guest list, you need to get in, and I had to get in to film. I had to get in stat, so we had to get in quickly. So I was just panicking as it was because I had to get in to film, and it was awful. It was like everyone was panicking. We weren't even in the main bit. The main bit was way worse. The queue was getting longer and longer, and I double-checked with the people we were queuing that we were even in the guest list queue, but everyone that we were queuing with was in the guest list queue. They just weren't moving at all. That is the worst organisation ever, and I don't understand. Every year there is something at a festival where it goes wrong and someone gets really injured. This needs to stop. Like, really, it really needs to stop. Anyway, so like we got to the front and I was explaining my situation. Basically was saying that guy with the wristbands for the guest list and press was nowhere to be seen, and he'd fucked off basically. And I was just like, okay, we were being a bit diva-ish, but it's only because we were panicking, we didn't know what else to do, and we were literally like, I need to film, I need to get in, I am press, like, Who do we think we were? But honestly, it was really scary, and I really hope for anyone watching this that maybe organizes festivals that they don't make this mistake again, because to be honest, it made me not want to come back anyway. So let's get into the better stuff. Once we got over the front bit, I called Jess and Sam and they helped us get in. But if it wasn't for them, I don't know how we would have got into the festival. Anyway, they gave us some random wristband. I wasn't even impressed. It was like exclusive or something, but we just were happy to get out of that situation. We got in at like 5 p.m. We got there at 2. We were waiting in that queue for 3 hours. It was ridiculous. Anyway, so getting in wasn't exactly the best, but I'm hoping that they learn from their mistakes, and I don't think this will happen again next year. And if it does, We Are should be shut down. Just saying. Okay, so festival setup and aesthetic. We Are is a bit more on the side of like Creamfields, and it's a mainstream festival. Mainstream festivals in like music for house and electronic music, which is what this festival is about, if I didn't mention. It is normally focused about the music, not so much the aesthetic. So it definitely exceeded my expectations for the aesthetic, but I feel like it definitely wasn't the highlight of this festival. Inside the festival, with the VIP and also the exclusive area that we got into, which was so cool, by the way. Like, I'd never been to an exclusive area before, so I was like, this is lovely. Like, it was so nice. They had like a private bit. So they had like a VIP bit that anyone could purchase, and then an exclusive bit, which I don't think anyone can get. Like, maybe press are the only people allowed in there, because there wasn't that many people in there, but it was like carpets and a red carpet going in, and then like this like bohemian kind of style and VIP loos. It was lovely. That was really, really nice. So actually, I would probably give this like a 6 or 7 out of 10 for aesthetic. It was pretty nice. And to be honest, as soon as we got in after that horrible entrance, it was really, really good, because we forgot about it, which was, you know, really, really good. So the music, it's such a big headline. Honestly, there was great DJs playing from Saturday, Sunday. Like, I annoyingly though, because I was working, I couldn't see everyone, but it was okay. I was there to see Sam and film Sam, and also just get as much as I could for the documentary. But for after we filmed, we got to see a few people. So we saw MK and Groove Armada. They were the two main people that we saw. But you know what? The headline's so big. Like, Armand van Helden, I believe, was going. Andy C, I think. So there was some really big headlines. So if you're into mainstream house, I definitely recommend this festival. And it's near London. It's easy to get to. I think that comparing it to SW4, it was a lot more spread out. There was a lot more room. And I think that was really, really useful when it came to like enjoying the music. So you didn't really feel like crowded. You didn't feel like people are punching you and stuff. So it was really good. So as I said, the weather was really good. So I didn't really see any rain. The next day it rained quite badly, I think, but we didn't get to see any of that, so I can't really comment too much on about how they prepared for weather. But it was really hot and sunny, so we had a really good time. It felt like we were in Ibiza, and I literally kept saying, I feel like I'm in Ibiza. The things I say when I'm drunk, I swear. I question my sanity. Anyway, so the toilets. Again, I was in the VIP area most of the time, but the toilets in there were lovely. I didn't actually, because we weren't there too long and we got in so late, I didn't really go into any of the portaloos. It's a typical festival. Like, loos are always going to be not great. Like, they're never going to be great unless you get the VIP section, which isn't that expensive. So if you're really squeamish about that, just get them. Like, they're just not that bad. Like, they're worth it. Just get the VIP toilets. I'm begging you. Okay, so talking about food, my favorite subject. This year on the wristbands they had a little tag, so you had to top up money on it, and they were cashless, so you cannot use cash. So do not bring cash. It will not be used. And you put the money onto with your card. You can do it there, but I think you can do it before as well. And you put the money onto the card, your little wristband, and you use it to pay for things. I think it's a really good idea. Why I live in a busy city, it makes sense 10 times worth. So you put the money onto your wristband, and yeah, you pay everything with it. I think they had a great amount of food there. It was so much to choose from. I actually couldn't decide, but I went for Argentinian steak, I think. That's, or did I get Philly cheesesteak? I actually can't remember, but I had something with an amazing steak in it. It was really, really good. I don't think it's like the best food that I've ever had at a festival, but in my head, like when you're drunk, when you're having a party, that's all you need, is just something that's tasty and filling, and it worked for me. The cashless thing was really good for me. I know a lot of people complaining about it, but deal with it. We're moving on into the 21st century now, so if you can't use cashless or contactless payment, then there's something wrong with you, sorry. But the crowd of We Are Festival, I will say it does attract a lot of the Essex bunch, but that is not a bad thing because they love house music. So to be honest, I didn't have a problem with the crowd at We Are Festival because it was so spread out. I didn't really have a chance to bump into loads of people and get really annoyed, but everyone seemed to be really happy and on a good level, so I didn't think that it was a bad crowd at all. I think that I really enjoyed it because everyone was so into the music so much that I didn't worry about getting knocked over by drunk 16-year-olds. So it is an 18 and over event, so I think that does help people still get in. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I would go again next year if they fix the bloody entrance problem, which I'm hoping they will. And yeah, that was We Are 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was short and kind of blabby, but I hope it helps you to decide if you want to go to a festival, and I will have one coming up next of my next festival that I went to, which was El Dorado, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys very soon. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. That's very important, because then you won't, you know, miss any of my videos, especially if you click that notification bell. That will make sure that you don't miss any of them, and you know, I love you if you do.